Recife Antigo is a neighborhood of Recife City, Pernambuco capital, and nowadays is the historical center of the city. The title of historical center is not in vain because, as we can see in the photo, the buildings in Recife Antigo looks like old buildings, just like the time that Brazil was colonized by the Portuguese and invaded by the Dutch. We can see as well the parallelepiped road, what, in my opinion, turns it into a more rustic place. Recife Antigo is also known as Brazilian Venice, due to its landscape surrounded by rivers, canals, and dozens of bridges that link one neighborhood to the other. And it's true, in my opinion. As we can see in the photo, the first one, which is a Recife photograph, really remembers the second one, which is a Venice photograph, because they look like they are in the same place. But Recife Antigo is not only a historical place, it's also a technological place. There is a technological park called Porto Digital, which one has worked in the area of information technology and creative economics. And nowadays, Recife Antigo is a place full of tourist spots, such as Marco Zero, Torre Malakoff, Passo do Frevo, Cais do Sertão, and Torre de Cristal in Brenan. Our group will talk a little bit about Passo do Frevo, so let's go!
In front of Arsenal Square in Recife Antigo, Passo do Frevo was opened on 19 February of 2014, the most important date for Frevo, the state's written. This cultural amusement center always encourages the people to go to the facility. The building has 3 floors for exhibition space, like dance school, music school, and a pace documentation center from the earliest days of culture. Passo do Frevo is a very beautiful place and is entirely dedicated to the written. The space celebrates the characters, musicians, and agencies, showing the history and Frevo's tradition. So, let's get into this wonderful historical heritage. At the entrance to the complex, there is a charming magic space that invites you to take advantage of the place. It's an entirely red room with thousands of white sculptures with names of personalities and celebrities that are part of the history of the cultural rhythm and several screens, with testimonials of some of the people quoted on the wall. In the ground floor, there are several videos telling you about the history of Frevo, and I recommend you to take time to watch all of them, because it's worth it doing so. And then, there is a timeline from the last century to the present. Each year has its story, with documents and information related to the Frevo universe. In this room, there is a large blackboard where visitors can also write their own stories, but nothing official. These floors there are the music and dance rooms, as well as a recording studio and an administration office. There are also testimonies and pictures of those who lived the epoch of carnival effervescence. The space recreates the alleys of the neighborhood, its fair and street vending. There are several old photos of working class citizens partying in the streets of the city, demonstrating all the authenticity and beauty of the dance. The third floor is the most beautiful. The floor is entirely made of glass and shows a considerable number of colorful banners of the main associations of Frevo. The banners are in an inverted position as they are originally carried and placed above people's heads, but here you can step on them. There is also an ample space with an exhibition of 365 photos that shows the routine and preparations of the revelers who participate in the carnival. It's Frevo, step by step. So, my advice for you is take a time to see and feel this historical art called Frevo. You need to visit Recife Antigo, Olinda, and all the museums because I assure you that it will be worth doing. When I visited this place, I immediately fell in love with them and was very proud to be born in this city. It's a positive energy that invades your body and you cannot stop. This is Frevo. This is Pernambuco. This is Brazil.
Tradição. E quando chega a hora de fazer a festa, o Recife se transforma na cidade da felicidade. É com alegria, criatividade e irreverência que o Recife fez a mais democrática festa popular do planeta. Um carnaval de rua incomparável, porque nada é igual a uma cidade inteira tomada pela euforia, celebrando a igualdade, cantando o seu lugar. Nada é...
Frevo is a musical rhythm that emerged at the end of the 19th century in Pernambuco. It's characterized by the extremely fast pace and it's played intensively during the carnival. Its music is based on the fusion of musical genres like march, machixe, and polka. The word frevo comes from boiling and means effervescence, resembling the move of the crowd. The first reference to frevo's rhythm was made on the 9th February of 1907 in the Pequeno Jornal, in a reporting about the club Empalhadores do Feitosa at Hipódromo neighborhood. It's the most traditional and it's played by the rhythm of percussion instruments like trombone, trumpet, saxophone, and tuba. The orchestra is called fanfare. It doesn't have any lyrics because it's conducted by the beats of the instruments. When the crowd hear the first vassourinhas note, they raise their arms and dance frenetically, as you can see in the video. Frevo Canção arose probably in the 30s with melodious songs. The rhythm is a little bit slower than Frevo de Rua, and the best known composers are Nelson Ferreira and Capiba. Emerged from carnival serenades and it's played by Orquestra Pau de Corda. The orchestra is composed by guitars, cavaquinho, banjo, bandolim, flutes, and clarinets. It's the music of the traditional carnival, like Bloco da Saudade, Batutas de São José, Bloco das Flores, and others. In recognition of the importance of the rhythm and its origin, on February 9th of 2007, the local government in Recife celebrated 100 years of Frevo, and in a ceremony held in Paris in 2012, Frevo was declared an intangible patrimony of humanity by UNESCO.